Hello, my name is Michael Wheeler. This is my oral presentation for my Capstone course at WGU University to earn my Master's of Business Administration degree distinction. The purpose of this video is actually to highlight some of the areas that I need to be working on as I move into my chosen career path. The career path that I would like to pursue after completing the Master's of Business Administration at Western Governors University is actually to become a college business instructor at a junior college. Choosing to become a business college instructor in the career field of post-secondary teacher involves a tremendous amount of practical and professional experience in order to be successful. There are 7 specific areas that I would like to pay close attention to in order to be successful at my chosen career. The first essential key to success in my future will actually be leading people and teams. According to George R. Terry, leadership is the activity of influencing others. Business instructors require the ability to be great leaders, not just good, great leaders. They have to show the ability to motivate their students. They're going to have to show creativity in their lessons and the way that they deliver their instruction. Business professors will need to communicate their ideas well, and this is very essential. And in addition, there's 3 parts that are very important as well. Patience, fairness, and tolerance. They're grouped together because those are essential in your evaluation, which is very important in teaching. The most important, I believe, in being a great leader is a sense of humor. Teaching is very stressful. Being in a classroom can be very stressful. I think giving a sense of humor will help lighten that mood. As far as being leaders, teachers and instructors are the leaders in the classroom, and they must all the time exhibit the best practices to these young business professionals. The second part to leading people and teams is actually teamwork. Behaviors scientists actually predict as competitive pressures intensify, organizations will increasingly rely on teamwork rather than individual stars. Without teamwork, team members working in a cooperative and cohesive unit, the goals and the objectives will not get accomplished. The same business fundamentals applies to the classroom that I will instruct. I will need to teach my young business professors how to work in teams and how to recognize how teams develop and what makes teams successful in the real world, especially in these new global economy where teamwork is very, very important. The second key to being a college professor, I believe, is developing sustainable solutions in a global economy. Post-secondary teachers keep abreast of developments in the field by reading current literature, talking with colleagues in other businesses, and participating in professional conferences. Business education teachers must keep up with the changes in their profession so they are able to stay in touch with evolving business practices. Knowledge is power in the future and will be important in the global economy. Educators of business will continue their studies by returning to college for recertification and advanced degrees, enrolling in workshops, attending conferences and in-service courses sponsored by the school, or even participating in businesses as paid employees or consultants. This will be imperative for a business instructor's success and will also assist in the development of other young business professors. Serving customers is the third key to my success as a business college professor. As in any business that I pursue, there will be customers that I'll be servicing. For me, I will be providing an education in business for young professionals. These are not products that have an expiration or shelf life and therefore need to be sold to secondary wholesalers. These are real human beings, and they have emotional insecurities and issues that face on a daily basis and oftentimes are brought into the classroom. More often than not, a teacher and instructor will have to make decisions such as an evaluation that has a lasting effect on their lives. A teacher and an instructor will and must constantly evolve and make decisions that are fair and impartial. They must use their best practices and educate students in a way that is relevant to their needs and expectations. For teachers, watching students learn is one of the greatest rewards for all their hard work. As in business, the customer, the student, needs must come first in order to be effective and successful as a business instructor. The fourth key to my success as a instructor of business professionals is actually managing products and services. Being knowledgeable about the subjects that I teach, teachers and post-secondary instructors must have the ability to communicate, inspire trust, confidence, and motivate students, as well as understand their emotional and educational needs. This can ensure that the product, the business education that I offer, and the services being offered will prepare for students' future success. In order to accomplish this goal, teachers and instructors will have to enact rigor and relevance so the students grasp difficult concepts and significant ideas. On a daily basis, they'll need to develop lesson plans and learning expectations for students based on required learning outcomes. Specifically, lessons that apply to the concepts of real business experiences can be helpful in ensuring students' questions are answered regarding application of the material. This is where the relevance comes in. Once the material is presented and the students to the students, an evaluation of the competencies must be determined. Teachers and instruction's responsibility is to develop classroom assignments and outside projects are essential to this process. The fifth key for my success as a business instructor is actually managing technology and innovation. Computers will play an integral role in education of students. They will be using these resources such as educational software and internet that will expose students to a vast array of experience and promote interactive learning. Through the internet, students can communicate with other students anywhere in the world, allowing them to share their experience and viewpoints. The world has changed. Students will use the internet and software applications to do research projects and to gather information. In the 21st century, technology and innovation have increasingly played a role in other classroom activity as well, solving math problems, even learning English for those that come as a second language. Teachers must use computers and technologies to record grades and perform administrative and clerical duties. In order to be successful, teachers and instructors must continually update these skills so they can instruct and use the latest technology in the classrooms. For example, they may use computers in their classrooms as teaching aids and post-course content, class notes, class schedules, and other information on the internet. In addition, the use of email and instant messaging and other technological utilities have improved communication between students and instructors. Technology and innovation will continue to grow since many distant learning courses are becoming increasingly popular option for students. Facilities that teach in this format must constantly adapt their existing practices and courses so they can take advantage of the online format. The sixth key to my success as a business instructor is actually assessing the competitive environment on an ongoing basis. It's important for me, but also post-secondary institutions. They receive a significant portion of their funding from state and local governments. So the expansion of public higher education will be only limited by the state and local governments. Competition for tenure track positions will remain tight, as a significant number of openings in the occupation will be created by the growth in enrollment and the need to replace large number of post-secondary teachers in the next decade. Furthermore, high-paying jobs are no longer guaranteed to high school graduates, and the opportunity cost of 2 years of training, especially those that still hold jobs or not looking to change the fields, even looms larger. As the need for additional education by young business professionals grows, in order to meet those needs, higher education institutions will need to remain relevant. They must rethink the way in which they attract their students. The deans, facilities, faculties, and students, executives, and the concerned public must wonder what business schools can or should do in order to train knowledgeable, principled, and skilled leaders to combat the future issues and dilemmas. Among these issues, educational leaders must be concerned with is how students will achieve their education in the future. The seventh key is pointing for the future in a global marketplace. I believe that distant learning, particularly over the internet, is expected to create a number of new jobs for post-secondary teachers. As this method of education reaches students who will not be able to, would not attend a traditional classroom. One trend that I see that is coming in the future global marketplace is in rural areas and students with family responsibilities embracing distance education as a way to get their education. I think that as a business instructor, I will need to adapt to this trend and be able to meet those needs of those students. Developing online education is essential and could be a bigger part of my role as a business instructor in the future.